Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's break down Bitcoin on this Saturday morning. See where we're going to go. Sorry I'm so late today. My wife is sick, just helping out with the kids. I was making breakfast, doing a bunch of different things. Didn't have a chance to run up the show. The latest I've been actually on a Saturday, and I think a year or something like that, even when I've been traveling and stuff. So apologize for that. Shout out to everybody, but I'm back, baby. I'm back, and I won't leave you hanging. Okay, let's break it down. Let's talk about it. Bitty Bitcoin. Let's see the money flowing in just behind me there. You can see people still buying up Bitcoin. It's the biggest thing on the block here, buying up their Bitcoins. And I'm telling you, anything 15 to 25,000 is a steal. To me, that's an amazing price for BTC. Also, they raised the debt ceiling. How can they not print money if they raise the debt ceiling? They're gonna have to feed the need of the politicians, right? So to me, it tells me that money printer will go brrr into the Bitcoin halving. And you know, a lot of people think we will have a big meltdown in the NASDAQ, and that will crush down Bitcoin. Anything can happen. We'll take it one step at a time. We'll even take a look at the NASDAQ like we do every other day here on the channel. And a lot of people in my trading group trades the NASDAQ futures in the morning. So, hey, it's fun. It's something fun to do from 7 to 10, and then you can jump into Bitcoin. So, Bitcoin likes to move sometimes with the NASDAQ too, though, so it's kind of the same move depending on the day, but not every day. So the 1 hour got oversold. You can see how the stochastics and price action move together. That's why you understand patterns and price action and stochastics, they go hand in hand. So what Bitcoin was doing was it was making a symmetrical triangle. Let me move away the moving averages, just clarify things for you. It was making what's called a symmetrical triangle this morning. Last night came down into a short. And again, my style. You were at the top of a high volume node, resistance, and the stochastic started to turn. That's a short to the downside. Then what you do is you can even, sometimes I preemptively draw this and I say, well, the trend line would be somewhere here or here. Can it hold the trend line as it comes down on the stochastics? And if it does, it makes a higher low, then there's a possibility you get a scalp long, which we got here. But we got wicked up. I bet the 15-minute is pretty overbought, and that's what's happening right now. You could say, hey, we're at the top of the channel yet again, and we've been range bound throughout the last 24 hours between the top here at 25,940 and this bottom area at 25,750. So that's kind of our new range. We got a bit of a point of control sitting in the middle there at 25,800. Yeah, about 25,868. If you zoom out and let it just take over, yeah, there it is. 25,869, okay? So that's where you're at. Value area low, value area high, point of control inside of this dynamic range, all right? We're at the top of the range. 15 minutes suggests that you could probably get a nice scalp to the bottom of the pattern. That's just the range trading that we've been having. It's likely you're going to get that move further to the downside. What would happen if you don't? Well, you get a quick short squeeze out, and then still likely, because it was a short squeeze, you would get separated pretty fast from the 21, and you would likely have to come for some type of retest where you would touch the 21, and entry points would be here or here. So I wouldn't really be longing Bitcoin until it gets a breakout and decides to retest the previous resistance here, which would be 25,927 or 25,900. This basically chunk, I would prefer this one, right? Boom, because that's just a higher area of resistance, right? There's a high volume node here, which suggests if you fall, you could drop back down again. That's why you went up so fast both times through the zone, all right? You got what's called a fair value gap. There's not a lot of money there. People don't want to pay. They want to pay here, but they don't really want to buy around here. It's fair, it's a gap, all right? It's a value area gap. There's just no one wants to buy in there. Gap trading is amazing, and let the VRVP spell it, So this says we're about to drop to the downside on a little bit of a short scalp. Weekend trading is treacherous. You can do it if you want. I see people do it all the time and make tons of gains. The odds are just farther in your favor on, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the middle of the week, or you would call expansion. But 25,887, and likely we're going to see a move to the downside here. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at. 1 hour also still has momentum though. So don't count it out. There's a chance we could pin the 15 and continue to pump. 4 hour also showing signs of what's nice is a higher low, like really, really a higher low. So let's take a look at the bigger trend. We had a low, we pumped up for a high. We came down 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's a higher low, and you're starting to reset stochastic. See, stochastics to me tell you when the low is in and when you trigger points on, downward trend line. So like 1, 2, 3. And now you're making a higher low here. It's suggesting that the 4 hour is going to take us to the upside. The 4 hour here wants to touch the 200 SMA. It's building up for this type of story. And usually when it makes the move pretty fast to the upside here. I'm getting the wrong tool, but boom. And this will come down somewhere around here. We should meet at about 26.8. But it does suggest we could get about $1,000 move for Bitcoin not too long from now. Watch this MACD to make sure that it makes a lack of bearish momentum. Similar to here, see how we had not even bearish momentum at all? It went from green to bigger green. And here, there's, if you go back to here's a pump there, this nice pump. And if you go to the MACD, look how small the histogram was. So I don't use the MACD for a signal at all. It's a latent signal. It's horrible. If someone tells you to use it as a signal, worst idea ever. I think the MACD is a horrible indicator to use on its own. But what I do is I look for visual representation of buy or sell volume on the histogram. That's the key to the MACD. Are you with me? Who's with me, baby? Who's with me? All right. Sorry about the sound here. I'm getting some wind from the fan. Hold on. Whoa. Oh. 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 Is the stream still on? Is the stream still on? Did I kill the stream? My button was caught in the wire. That happens a lot. The wire falls, and then I button the jacket, and then I'm walking away, and the wire's in the jacket. Pretty crazy. Happens all the time. It's absurd. What happened to the sound? We lost complete sound. We lost sound, John. So the 4 hour is starting to set up for a pump up to the 200 SMA. I'm not guaranteeing it, you know, but we never broke back inside the pattern, and we had so much, you know, we tried. That's starting to be a large, slow retest. And, you know, it is what it is. And until we break back inside the pattern, until I see Bitcoin go below 25.8 here, right? Really, I'll call it this line, right? 25.750, 67, and then fall into here, right? And then it even has like this one last support here that it bounced. Broke out. And like, even though that's an SR flip on the diagonal trend line, it's also an SR flip here. Like, look, resistance, breakout, fall above, bounce, right? So it's also a bit of, and then here, look, bounce. That 25.929, 25.930, we get above it and flip it. Oh man, I don't see how. I mean, it's one of the strongest retest flips I've ever seen. So there's a lot setting up for some bullishness for Bitcoin here while everyone is in fear. All right. Let's take a look at our fear and greed index, and then I'm going to give you kind of where I feel we're going to be later on. 41. All right, on the day. Thank you, Fred Fibonacci, for gifting 10 memberships. That's unbelievable. May God bless you for doing that on a Saturday morning. I think that's the first time someone gifted memberships on a Saturday morning. Usually we're in and out. That's unbelievable. And now we got so many new members here jumping on in. Thank you, Devin C. Thank you, Effin Book. Thank you, Jesus Coronado. Thank you, everybody here. Abdominal Bread Man, Spaghetti Rigetti. And Effin Book, man, I love you, man. You were OG from back in the day, man. May God bless you and your family and everyone. Thank you for being a lifer, brother. I remember you from like when we had maybe I'd say 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 subscribers, if I'm correct. One of the first OG lifers in the game. Why don't you go read an effing book? Don't mention it, man. God bless you, brother. I love you, man. With all my heart, man. You're a blessing, brother. Shout out to MV, Dizzy Azadia. Shout out to Crypto Street King. Shout out to GF Burke. Shout out to In Due Time. Jamie, Zeno in the house. And my whole team, Lakochi Coker. May God bless each and every one of you for being here and spreading your wings with me. I'm so amazed and so excited. So can we flip 25.9? That's what I want to see. I want to see 25.9 flip. If we can flip 25.9, I'm going to be waiting on a flag on a smaller time frame and some type of retest. I love the sound of that. 25.930, we're going to call it. So I want to see the retest here. I want to see, boom. We got to get candles to close above this level, and I'd be down for some type of long if I see a flag in a smaller time frame. We'll take that 4 hour all the way up to the 200 SMA with a stop loss somewhere back in the pattern, or maybe even like, you know, I guess aggressive entry could be now with a stop loss right here outside the pattern too, which would give you kind of a little cushion. But you do what you need to do. You know, I'm not, I just, you know, these are my own thoughts. I'm not a financial advisor, and like I'm saying, should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. All right. And Fred Fibonacci, I'm so grateful and flattered. Let me know you got a cash out, my man. Fred Fibonacci, I pay $5 just to hear you call a game. You're funny. I wish I knew a broadcaster to hook you up with a voice job. It's going to happen one day, man. We're just going to keep pushing. I'm just waiting for a big move to contradict. God bless everybody here. What are your thoughts on ICP? I don't own any. And I've never done a deep dive on it. So yeah, I'm not, you know, I don't own any. I don't know enough about it. So I don't have much thoughts. Seems cool. There was some controversy. The coin went up and down. Some say that they were manipulated by SBF and stuff like that. That's kind of the story I've heard. So Vitality P gifting 5 memberships to a small community too. God bless you all. 232 people, 109 likes. Hey, let's get those likes up to the watchers. That's how we would get the show up and running. If you were on the show yesterday, I just want to talk about it. All right, we were, you know, trading like we do, and I was going over certain coins like I like to, on of course Mexi. If I can just click all the Mexi ads that hit you at the beginning. And one more thing I want to grab here. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to my whole team. Shout out to everyone jumping on in and grabbing a membership today. Thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. And may you all stay blessed every day of your lives. Everyone that hooks and supports the Lifer movement, you will be remembered. You will be invited to the party. You will be in the mansion with me on those beautiful nights. You will be on that yacht with me. You will be with me when I throw those beautiful events. All right. Yeah, so right here, join MEXC with this link. Join the trading group. So look, if you're watching even my live stream yesterday, okay? And you were watching my live stream yesterday, you can hit here. Look, no more reminders for today. Just hit that, all right? Like I thought I hit it already. So we were talking about PERP, and it's funny, wow, these things are vicious, huh? But we were looking at PERP yesterday down here when it was what, let's see, 109. This is where we were watching. We were watching this flag here. And I identified this flag as a possible long. And wow, that thing would blast all the way to 132 from 109. I mean, massive move. Like, you know me, I'm usually at least 10 to 50x lev. I mean, that would have been at 10x leverage, 190% gains, you know? So at 60, they would have been up into the 500, 600%. It would have been out of control. So anyway, anyone that took that, and we put that out on the live stream yesterday, and yeah, it's fine. This probably would have been most people's idea. When it came back down, I mean, who would have thought it was going to but wow, PERP has been just interesting to trade. And, the futures market has been giving it extra push. So see, they got hot. If it's hot, TRB's been hot. When you break below the 200 SMA, smaller time frame, we'll take a look at TRB. See if it's making like a falling wedge. It's going to come all the way back to the 200. I'll look at it with my other indicators, and we'll zoom in on that. But something like that could be brewing here for a possible continuation. All right, back to Bitcoin. But just wanted to show you, just the live stream alone makes money. Like, just watching the live stream alone, you come back and you're like, oh yeah, he did talk about that coin yesterday. It did go up. That was a setup that he pointed out that he was focused on, And I just want to show you that we aim to discipline and focus your discipline to the best places possible here on the channel, and to teach you that way too, and to kind of live by example. Every single day to put the best foot forward, every single day to push, every single day to believe in ourselves, every single day is a day to be amazing. Every single day is a day to change your life. Every single day is a day to do something different that you've never done before. And everything is a day to like push the limits, every single day. And everything's a day to do something good for somebody else. You know what I mean? I just want to spotlight Jamie. My man Jamie is the man. He does so much for the channel. All right. He came to me a year ago, I believe now. I met him maybe a little over a year ago, but he came to me and officially we brought him on and he became part of my team. And this guy right here, Jamie Zeno, man, today's your day, man. We love you. Every day's your day, really. But I appreciate everything you do, man. He runs security for the Discord. He manages meetings for me. He helps go over the new website that we're going to be doing. Like, the man is just a legend behind the scenes, behind every person that you see doing their thing. Oh, wow. There's a team grinding and people making sure that everything is in order, and Jamie's one of them. And so God bless you, Jamie. Thank you for everything, man. Everyone say Jamie, thank you. Wish him a good day, man. Tell him how much we love him, man, because we appreciate you, brother, And he's not a dude who likes attention, and he doesn't even, he's not, so. But Zeno, man, tell Zeno what up. Zeno 33, man. So Joshua Jelowick, we love you, man. Vitality B, Fred Fibonacci, and everyone who gave these gifts away. God bless you both. Thank you so much for the love. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. All right. So look, this 7-minute is about to make you a move back to the upside, very likely on the weekend. Boom, quick little scalp back up. This gets tight, and there's a chance this goes parabolic, everyone. And that's kind of what we're looking for. Break these highs. And you know what? Miss the parabola. It would be great. You don't have to get in on the parabola. It's super risky. But then what we're going to do is we're going to either make a falling wedge, retest. There'll be something you could probably pull from here to here, and you'll get a fib. There'll be a 786 in this area. Watch. See that? It's right there. So like this is something we'll get the boom, boom, and then I'm looking for that retest of this area, this area. I'm looking for us to break out of these areas to the upside. The 4-hour looks interesting to me. So, and again, what's the bearish scenario? The bearish scenario is resistance, resistance. We can't get above it. If Bitcoin can't close a 4-hour daily candle above 25,950, 25,945 area, expect more downside, period. You know. Dude, I love the fact that you're always working / streaming. Love the work. Thank you, Chris Higgins in the house. Shout out to Master Friend in the house. Shout out to GF Burke with the keck. Jamie, top rank lifer. Too slow to grab membership every time. Shout out to Stefan Theron. All right, I'm going to do it for you, Stefan. Ready, Stefan? Here comes 5 for you right now. Right? Or here comes 10 for you right now, all right? Here comes 10 for you right now. Get ready to grab them. All right? Get ready, Stefan. All right? If you don't grab them now, Stefan, this is on you, bro. Stefan, if I don't see you turn green, here we go, Stefan. Let's do it. There you go, baby. I got you, baby. So you can't complain today, baby. You got it now. See what we did for you, man? We made sure. We made sure you were not left out. We read your comment. We understood what it said. And we made sure you did not feel left out. You said too slow to grab a membership every time. We got you, baby. We got you. You're in there like swimwear now, man. You are one of the green. You're the green man. All right. Shout out to Memory Man. Shout out to Boomski. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right. Urus is going. Zeta is going. Interesting. That's consolidation. Not the best, but it is consolidation. If it can get tight into those moving averages, this may pump again. I definitely keep this on my radar. Small time frame though, you know, just scalping, weekend scalping. But there's a chance you do see this pump up to 14. It hasn't moved in a long time. We used to trade this coin a lot. Chromia. I like how it's getting real tight. Let's see, the 1 hour is probably super overbought. Oh no, the 1 hour's got legs, man. You know what? I like this scalp on the 7. This thing could pump. Wait for the 7 to possibly reset one more time. That's why I got my alerts. But this thing looks like it could be a good scalping material. Chromia on KuCoin. I believe it may also be on MEXC. They got a perpetual future for it too on MEXC. Let's see if it's the same one. Yeah, they got a PERP. So CHR PERP looks like this thing may be good for some gains. My piranhas maybe want to sink their teeth into this thing. 1 hour time frame looks good with a you know, a bullish move here on the 7. You know how we get down. And it's finally getting some bullish moves, so that means some bots and some volume. Something's going on. And this thing's kind of starting a bit of a move to the upside here. Chromia. All right. Traded this thing on and off for the last 2.5 years. I know all about this coin. It's not my first time saying this coin, CHR, so. And this is the PERP, everybody. That's why it says .P. It means it's the perpetual. So the only reason I like it is because the 1 hour is also oversold. You know what I mean? And this is nice consolidation. So I just look around for these types of things. Keep it simple. Keep it light. You know what I mean? Don't reinvent the wheel. Fibonacci, support or resistance, patterns. Yeah, as you move somewhere to 1360, 1350. UMA. Let's take a look at TRB. TRB is also on MEXC, but is it also? It's on Binance, Gate.io, CoinEx, not on MEXC though. It's kind of. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. 1350. 1350. UMA. TRB is also on MEXC. TRB is also on Binance, Gate.io, CoinEx, not on MEXC though. It's kind of. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag after a pump. This thing's also in a bit of a flag af Came down, pumped off the golden pocket, consolidating. One could even say it's making like a symmetrical here, see? There's a chance it's also gonna fall down the wedge, you know. But there's a chance it's consolidating. The moving average is a little far apart, but the 1 hour looks interesting, and the 4 hour does too. Daily wants to dump on you though, so you're fighting your daily. So the daily says this will be a beautiful short. So let the bigger time frame, let the 4 hour and the 1 hour come back up, and when they get overbought, looks like we could short this puppy down. Right? At least just back to the 21. It'll reset and then be on its way for hopefully another pump somewhere in the golden pocket 786 retracement. So TRB looks like a nice short coming for us. So we attempt to find all these that are curving on the daily and just wait for the 4 hours to come to us and then just take the money, as the daily has to reset back to the 21-day moving average. And I can't tell you how many times we talked about this over and over again, right? Let's talk. There's a coin that we're waiting to go back to the moving average that we put out recently that I put a thing out on. We're gonna have to find it. Let's see if my memory can serve us right. Let's see who can remember. There's a coin that I put out right now, and every couple of days I talk about it. I'm like, we're waiting for it to get back to that moving average on the 3-day. Much love, Lifer Gang. Hope everyone is having a blessed weekend. Everyone have any trades open now? I'm thinking about we'll get a move up from here for Bitcoin. I joined the 99 Thursday and already received so much value. Thank you, Justin Shop, for saying that. I really appreciate you. It's not Kaz, it's something else, though. We'll look at Casper, though. You guys know that I'm just looking to get back, you know. So Casper could be just making a flag, making a higher low, or is it going to dump back down? Is it this high right here that's going to start to dump on us? The daily looks overbought, like it's coming down. So let's let the daily come back down, find its way down. This will be the lot, you know, one more bigger dump here. This could be the bigger reset. All right. GFAL, Naka, ACRO. I think it was ACRO, right? Wasn't it? I think it was ACRO for some reason. I think it's ACRO. You're the man. Whoever said ACRO, you're amazing. Who said ACRO? Jan, dude, you people really pay attention to this live. Unbelievable. Like the attention to detail, you people are unbelievable. So look, let's go to the 3-day. And I told you to short this, and I told you, right? Remember the watchers on 9/3. I said we would hit the 21 SMA on the 3-day chart, right? Told you to short this, okay? Look what happened. Look what happened. It's now what? 9/9. It's 6 days later. I wrote this and put it in there on 9/3, right? And I'm telling you, and look what happened. What a beautiful short to the downside, okay? I'm telling you, I can teach you how to do this all day long and print money. Just let the dailies go back to their 21s. That's what they do, baby. You just got to have the guts to believe in the trade and let it happen. If you get too close with stop losses, then you don't get the payday. You know, that's the hard part. It's knowing what's going to happen in the big picture, but trying to surgically insert yourself into the trade at the right time with the right amount of risk, because anything could happen, right? But I mean, I said this to you guys and went over it, and here's our 3-day. We haven't hit it yet. We still haven't hit the 21 SMA on the 3-day chart. It has to happen. How do I know these things? Because it's just how it works. Okay. So don't get enticed by flags. Don't get enticed by the 4-hour time frame being oversold. Don't get enticed by the daily when the daily looks like it's going to pump. You lost the 21. The daily is going to probably come back somewhere to the 200 SMA. The daily will come back to the 200 SMA while the 3-day just kind of maybe hits on, the. And this is still bullish, because what will happen is the 3-day is going to turn us into a hidden bullish divergence. The RSI is going to come down, but price action is going to stay higher than the low. And then that's when we're going to enter for massive gains on this. And that's the next time we're going to ride the 3-day up. And we're also going to pull our fib, and we're going to get in at the 786s between these areas of resistance. So we already, and that's also when we're going to probably test possibly the 200 SMA or a 50 SMA or, I've been doing this for a long time. I can teach you exactly how to swing an altcoin in and out for massive gains using the 3-day chart. I'm telling you right now, join my trading group and get yourself situated. Stop playing games. I say things and days later, they come true over and over and over again. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm trying to show you I could die tomorrow. These will be true. All these things were true. I'm like a math teacher, just showing you the beauty of math. So get yourself in the trading group today. Stop playing games. Get yourself educated. If you don't know these things, if you think this is exciting, if you know in your heart that you haven't put in the work in the hours and hours that I have, come with me. And I can download so much information into you so you won't have to spend 7 to 10 years like I did figuring this out. I'll be able to give it to you in a year. Within a year or two, you're going to know what it took me years. All right? Years. And that's why you pay. You paid every single time. Your money should be doing something for you. All right? Every time you use your money, it should be doing something for you. That's why you shouldn't be spending your money on fast food or cigarettes, because it doesn't do anything for you. If you spend your money in my trading group, what it does for you is it mentally helps you stay disciplined. You're around someone that's there every single day and focused on their business, which will only help you stay focused on your business, okay? You're going to around people that are successful and love themselves. You're going to around people that care about you and support you, and you're going to around people that actually make gains daily and try and will attempt to teach you how they're doing it every single day. And there's going to be people you can ask questions. There's going to be places you can post your charts. We have a way, we know how your mind is going to form and go through the process. We have a way to take you right through that process. Join the trading group today, right here. I'm telling you right now, don't hesitate. It'll be the best $99 you ever spent for the first month. You'll be like, what was I missing? Why didn't I do this before? All right. So, and we also have a course tomorrow, taught by my man, Master Friend. And this course takes it to the next level. If you've gotten to our level and you know what fibs are, you know what retracements, you found divergences. Now you want to fine tune how to play with, how to use, basically just how to use leverage in a different way. This is going to take you to the next level. All right. And this is the Lifer Leverage class. All right. Leverage Mastery tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Master Friend. Become a leverage master. I've been trading for 15 years. I got a lot of this course, so I don't see how you wouldn't get a lot of this course. It's an amazing course. It will blow your absolute mind. It blew my mind. All right. So there you have it. I mean, ACRO. And when it finally hits the 21, we can say, yep. And we can see how long it took. And we'll do a lot of these case studies live on the live stream. I'm teaching you live, my stuff live. So you can be like, oh, he did say this 6 days later. It is where he said it was going to. How did he know where price action was going to go? Because I've studied every single asset throughout the world, and they all do the same thing. Look, you want to go to euro dollar? Watch this. You trade Forex, you're like, oh, but you don't trade Forex. You're not a Forex guy. All right. 3-day chart went high. Stochastics were high. I would have told you the same thing. I would have told you, man, we can short this puppy down to the 21 SMA. All right. And you can do 100 lots a day, and you can swing on the 2 minute and the 1 minute, and you can have all, or you could just open longs here and just get paid. You know what I mean? I mean, shorts. Same thing's going to happen. You're going to get overbought. The Stokes are going to come down, and you're going to come meet that 21 SMA. This is euro dollar. All right. I don't care what asset it is. And you be like, oh, but ETFs don't work. Oh, but Bitcoin dominance. Right? I don't care what it is. Look at the 3-day chart got high. It was going to have to come back to the 21 SMA. Boom. And if it's really wide, like this, it's going to probably have to come back down to the 200 SMA. See these? See how far apart they are? Sorry. See how far apart they are? Usually these have to get tight. So you're going to have to get a little down or maybe up, which pulls these up, then down back in. You're going to have to get some volatility to move the moving averages back into a tight manner. But they're getting closer and closer. When they get tight, that's when a big move happens. And I've been teaching all my students this stuff, and this is kind of what derives my whole style. This is how I know this is likely our bottom for Bitcoin, because is dominance going to go all the way back down here with what happened to the banking system and everything? No, a lot of people have moved out. A lot of people put a portion of their money into Bitcoin after the banking, you know, all the SBV stuff, you know. Yeah, jump into the leverage mastery course before the exchange pays us not to teach us. He's right, man. They're just going to be like, guys, We'll give you way more than the course you guys make on the course just to stop doing this. And we're going to be like, dang. Shout out to the super chats. Let's look at God's Unchained. Shout out to the 316 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in on a Saturday unexpected live stream at about 12:45 in the afternoon. So God's Unchained, last time I looked at it on the 3-day chart, it was starting to get oversold, ready for another pump. What happened? It did get a little bit of a pump, right? I talked about the fact that it could break on out, and it did break out. Wow, it wicked all the way up to the first resistance, actually. Hit my alert there at 20 cents. So it did pump nicely from the last time we looked at it. It was making higher lows, just multiple higher lows in a row, came back down, bit of a cup and a handle, broke on out. Daily still has legs to the upside, which is interesting. And the 4 hour starting to make a bit of a flag. So honestly, I would watch this flag. I love trading flags after I break out of a wedge. These play out all the time. They're more likely to play out than anything else. So once this hits the 21, this 4 hour looks like a nice move for God's Unchained. PYR, God's Unchained, the TV show came out, right? And it really was focused on DeFi Kingdoms, God's Unchained, and it really was focused on all the, all these other projects. Would you mind looking at BLZ? Thanks, Sammy. Yeah, I will for a second, then I got to jump on out. Takes so long to build up in Forex, play the game for 10 years. Forex and stocks, nothing comes close to crypto. Check PDI, bro. Best coin right now. Sounds like a better plan. Man, I like your style. Sam's the man. This is the best channel on YouTube. Shout out to Lotmo Crypto. God bless you for saying that, man. Everyone has a great channel on YouTube. God bless all the YouTubers, man. Everybody works so hard. Without them, I never would have been here. But I appreciate you loving my channel, man. I really do. And tell your friends, share it, put it out there, get a Twitter, open up a Twitter if you don't have one. You know what I mean? Start tweeting, say what up. Comment on mine. People will start following you because they'll like you because you're commenting. You'll get part of the community. Twitter's fun, man. If you're not in there, jump on in. I don't think all my followers have a Twitter account. That's what I'm saying. I hope everyone does, though. $500K for a finance degree and a job, or Sam's trading class for $99 for a skill and more, then likely will change your life. Well, changing wealth. I mean, more than likely life-changing wealth. I mean, you'll find out so much more about cryptocurrency. God bless you, Crypto Plumber, for the $20 super chat. And that is so nice of you, each and every one of you. We got 26 new members, $41 in chat revenue, $20 super chat from the Crypto Plumber. So nice to meet you two on the live this week on the weekly screen share. That was amazing. I thought I saw like a bird. There's a window here. I thought I saw some type of bird or something. I show the lifer to anyone who will listen. Timmy 313, God bless you. So God's Unchained looks like it's going to take a nice pump to the upside. If anything makes a gain today, this looks like it highly likely will pump. So I like what I'm seeing here for God's Unchained. Now, if Bitcoin plays well, goes sideways at least too. If Bitcoin dumps, you'd be surprised. Even God's Unchained will dump. A dump for Bitcoin can ruin every single trade. But it's flagging outside of a falling wedge. 9 out of 10 times, that gives good gains. Again, I don't know God's Unchained. I don't own any right now either. I may make this trade too. I'm just saying, I'm just going over the technical analysis. The 21 looked to cross that 200 SMA. 50 isn't far behind for a golden cross. Things are looking pretty good to me. This summer, I really geeking out how much I've been working hard in the heat. Helps me appreciate the good things more than I could be sitting on my butt all day trading. I really want to trade. Hey, man, it'll happen, man. I worked in the heat too, man, for years. I did all sorts of things. I did a night shift for a long time. I worked a night shift for 6 years of my life. It wasn't a full-blown night shift. It was from like 8. It was supposed to be from 7 to 3, but I usually got in at 8 and I left at 1. You know what I mean? I never worked the full 8 hours. That's why I like doing it, though, because I never worked the full 8. I worked about 25, 30 hours a week regularly, you know, but I got paid for my 40 hours because I got the work done. And on the night, they just gave you a list of tasks. You had to get them done. I had more and more computers at my disposal. I got better at my job. First jobs, it took me a while. Every once in a while, I did make a mistake and I had to stay later. I'd be leaving at 4 or 5 in the morning instead of 2 or 3 in the morning. So, but that was rare most of the time. And it was because of good people, man. I got into this night shift. Cool story about my night shift, really. I got into the night shift and the guy working there, within a week, we just became friends. Like, he was cool. You know when two people are both cool people? If one person's too uptight and the other person can't open up, then there's always going to be this like wall, and they never like, and we worked together in the night shift. So like, you know, he had to know that if he came in late, maybe, you know, he drank sometimes. So maybe he came in a little buzzed. He had to know that I wasn't going to say anything, right? Or be like, go tell the boss, like he was coming in drunk, you know, stuff like that. But I mean, now it's not the only thing. So we would look at the list. He would call me at 8. Number one, the boss, we usually left at 6:30, but sometimes the boss would be there till 8 or 9. And I could tell because the boss's coat would be on a certain door. And so he would call me at 7:30. He's like, and I was like, oh, he's gone. And so he's like, cool. And then once he knew the boss was gone, we would go over the list for the night, and he'd be like, all right. He's like, I know, and he knew how long things took because he'd been doing it for a while. So he was like, do these 3 tasks, and then you can go home, and I'll do the rest. And I was like, cool. And at the beginning, he gave me the harder tasks that took longer, and they were more grueling, but I found faster ways to do them too. And so once we had that phone call, it would be like 7:30. I would just go to work as hard as I could, and I'd start doing things, you know, and and every minute counted. So my job was kind of intense because from 7 to like 12:30, 1 in the morning, every minute counted. And I mean every minute. Like I put a tape in, pop a tape out, run to a computer, set an export. That export would have to come, then I'd have to send it through like another program to re-export it a certain way after that. Each took like an hour and a half, and if one went wrong, I'd have to redo it again. That would bump me back, and then the whole thing could follow through. So all the files had to go right, and then I was physically putting in tapes and doing what's called an up-res. And I had to keep putting in tapes. Every once in a while, the wrong tape, I'd have to go to the computer, check it. Sometimes you put in the wrong tape, wouldn't realize, the computer would be kind of in trip mode, and you'd be doing other things. If you lose 20 minutes of that, now it would take 4 hours instead of 3.5, and now you're bumped back again. So there was all these things that had to be done exactly at the right time for me to be able to get out early. And so my life became this constant like, and I thought I was, you know, beating the man, and basically like, oh, I'm like cutting out early because I was like the class clown, like the guy who never wanted to work for anyone, the guy who never wanted to get beat, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'll be a 9 to 5 and have them take all my money and all my time. What I didn't realize was it made me super efficient because I started becoming someone that could like take any task and break it down into the, you know, the best way possible to get it done. And that became kind of like a skill that I learned. I was just trying to not work, you know what I mean? So I mean, life has just been amazing, man. Yeah, work smarter, not harder. Yeah, so for years, that's how me and him worked it. We worked together for like 4.5 years before our kind of, you know, we eventually went our way, and we went to different shows and did different things, and we were working in television together. So it was amazing. I worked a night shift. I got in at 7:38, and I could be late a lot too because no one was really waiting for me to show up. I just had to like, you know, sometimes I'd waltz in, throw my bag, and just leave real quick, and people like, oh, you saw me, like if I had to do something or, you know. And I could leave at any moment because I worked alone, and so I could go out and get food. And I was at 19. I was at 20. Where was I? Where was the building? It was on 19th and 5th in what's called Gramercy Park, I guess they call it, in Manhattan. And I would take the train to Penn Station. I lived in Woodside, which was a 10-minute train ride, and they barely ever took my money too. So looking at Merritt Circle, it popped up nicely, came back down. Now it seems to be forming kind of a wedge, but it's at the bottom of the wedge and getting oversold. Look at our bigger time frame. Our daily still wants it, consolidating. Moving averages a little far apart though. And it's starting to get that curve, which isn't the best sign, you know. Hasn't been stopped out. It's sitting at break even. Someone could have already taken money though for the initial one that we got, but 3-day chart's indecision. 2-day chart could still pump on us. 22 looks interesting. I mean, it's just, I guess there's no reason to leave the trade, but you know, it's starting to show some signs of failure. It's starting to kind of round off. The 1 hour doesn't look too good, like it may fall. It's getting oversold and can't get above previous highs, but it's also still oversold on other time frames, you know. Hasn't hit the stop loss, so it's completely up to the person what you want to do. It's kind of tight, a little boring, and it could still break out huge. You never know. I don't like, if it had bounced up and went up and down more like this and stayed in this channel like so, and that would have been more like, it would have made me feel better. But to me, it's kind of broke the trend line technically. Let's see if it can bounce back inside, or is it going to bearishly retest? Yeah, it looks like the 1 hour may dump it a little more too. Doesn't look as good as it did before. I agree, whoever asked. Sam, peep the max supply of Prime on CMC. 111, 100 mil. That's not that many. That's pretty small too compared to these coins. You know what I mean? Circulating supply 225 million. So only 75% is out right now. So that means they could dump a lot on you. Fully diluted 464. The market cap right now is 108. Like it did pump nicely up to 418. We talked about it yesterday. Echelon Prime, remember? And we looked at it on Deck Screener. Gave you a bit of a gain there too. Look at that. I put that out in the flag, and I even said the flag would break out. What happened? Bang. We drew this flag on the live. It broke out. It's in another flag, like it could break out again today. Everyone's talking about this coin. It's getting a little bit of a push. You know? It's getting that buzz. Next target is about 561. This thing looks like it could move. Shout out to anyone that may have just heard about it through us or learned about a new coin. We're always finding new coins basically every single day here on the channel. This is Echelon Prime doing damage too. Interesting. Let's take a look at BLZ. BLZ on MEXC here. All right. BLZ doing a similar thing to, Merit Circle. It's starting to get a rising wedge here. So look at your bigger time frames like the daily. And I mean, you got major bearish div. You know, we've talked about this. So like go to your 3-day and see if you're away from the 21, right? Short it back to the 21 on the 3-day and don't do anything else. Learn how to make money with me. Stop playing games. Stop playing games, says my wife. Let's short it all the way back like we're supposed to. It's going to take days. We're going to make boatloads of money if we can have patience and do the right thing. Can you handle it, though? Most people aren't going to be able to handle this trade. But it's going to do similar to what ACRO did. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I got to run. My wife isn't feeling well. I love each and every one of you. I'll be back later tonight. Let me just give you my Bitcoin idea real quick before I jump on out of here. 4-hour time frame starting to look bullish to me, as I've said before. But we gotta start closing candles above some serious resistances, right? If the 4-hour breaks back inside here, bearish retest, it's dropping down to the bottom of the pattern. All right, that would be a short. As long as we stay outside of here, I remain pretty bullish, okay? Because we haven't dropped back inside. The 1 hour is bearish now, and that's a rising wedge that could break to the downside. And the 1 hour looks like you're going to come back down to the bottom of your pattern. 15-minute too, see how they're rounded? So there you go. Now you could have went, if you stayed up in there, you could have broken out, but you did not. You lost the channel. But when your stochastics are high, you're likely to break down. So you're likely to go back down here. And you just want to see sideways price action. I believe by tonight, we're somewhere here in this circled area just going sideways for Bitcoin. This was just an idea. I didn't want to I hate when that stays there because I'm talking out loud and then it ends up looking like that's exactly what I think was going to happen. I'm just saying, hey, if we could get a parabolic move, right? But stochastics to the downside. So again, low stochastics rise up, high stochastics rise down. It almost works even better on the weekends with low liquidity. So, but Bitcoin's got to break a candle and close on the daily or the 4 hour above 25,930 to remain bullish. That's like its next big test. All right. Thank you everyone for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Join the Discord. Hit us up. Let us know. Join MEXC. And if you weren't even watching the live stream and you weren't in the Discord, you were getting charts posted to you too as well. So remember that. You get information getting sent to you all the time. God bless you all. Thank you for hooking us up. Look, babe, you have an emoji of your face. You see that? That's you. Isn't that crazy? That's you. That's the wife, huh? What? No, it's like a little cartoon. They drew of you. Jamie made it of you. Everyone, I love you. Thank you so much. May God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you later tonight.